Mission in life is to serve people, do my best to the humanity. There are many ways, and first I started helping people with my teachings. Then there are many other activities I'm thinking of going to do in the near future. When I was 11 years old, I started learning my classes. To say how did I develop, rather I can say it by accident. It's an accident in my life to become a teacher of yoga. Actually, I studied science and became a master degree holder in education. I was to go to the formal schooling, but suddenly destiny changed me to come to this profession. Yeah, I was practicing yoga since my early childhood days, and it went on and gradually. And my uncle is my teacher, yoga teacher, popular, the famous Patavi Joyce. The modern people who call him Ashtanga yoga style. My uncle is my uncle. So whenever I had the time, free time, I used to go with to the class and there. And later on, he told me, "You can give the class. Go start, do your classes by yourself." So like that, it is his motivation and rather it is his blessings why I became a teacher today like that. It's a pleasure. Really, it's a pleasure for me to teach. Nothing like teaching in my view. First, I started traveling in 1989, and incidentally, the first place I came is Buenos Aires. When I left my India to teach in other countries, it is Argentina and Buenos Aires. So I feel it is something nostalgia. Whenever I think of Buenos Aires, I get excited actually even now. It's a very nice experience here I had. And yeah, later on I went to other countries also. Basically, yoga teaches us to become a good citizen. Mentally we become very calm, quiet, alert. We will have good culture and discipline. Lifestyle will be refined. So that is what yoga does it. To start with doing physical exercise, what we call asana, is ideal thing to do yoga. Because body is is a very good medium which people is attracted by the movements, activities of the body. So asanas, they deal more with the body movement. So that's why we start teaching yoga with asanas. Though we have to teach two basic what you call limbs in yoga known as yama and niyama. Yama is how should we restrain ourselves. Niyama is how should we observe certain disciplines. Though these two are very compulsory, but we start directly from asana because it attracts people faster. Basically, there is a cultural difference. We have certain values in our country, and it is, of course, through day and night we have to follow those values. And it is not academic, it is life. Purely we have to live. But unfortunately, in Occidental countries, they made a little difference between this and the way they have to live and other things. They make it too much theoretical and academic. So when I came and when I started talking about this, majority of them, they were surprised to know that these things should be practiced every day like that. So that's the thing. And now they are very fast in learning what we do as our restraint, what we practice as our observances, and they understand. They are understanding. They are very, very smart in learning these things. So actually, I have been asked to teach certain aspects of yoga, what we call asana, then pranayama, because these two are the basic thing. irrespective of age, background, people can do that one. And these two maintains the body and mind well. Body, asana, what we call asana, develop the physical health and strength. Pranayama, it controls the mind, improves the health of the mind. So these two are there. And most of the people here, they are confused about this and that. They think any body movement, any physical activity, twisting, turning, they call it yoga. Though yoga is not that one. It's a very, very good discipline. So that is what I am trying to impress upon the people here, and to open their mind, not to rather blindly follow what this thing. And we should have awareness, discrimination, that is very important. So that's what I am trying to tell the people here. Everything was new to the people when I came here, because at that time most of the thing they got the information from the book, or somebody traveling came to as a traveler, picking up this and that, coming and telling to Chetwan, this is yoga, this is what you have to do, like that. It was totally new for them when I came here first and tried to teach about yoga. A lot of improvement is there. People, they are really eager to know the deeper values and practices of yoga. There is one more important thing, the controlling the senses, the desire. See, desire is important. Without desire, one cannot do anything. I should have the desire to become a photographer. I should have the desire to become a good yoga teacher. That is important. But that should be refined. Okay? And along with the desire, when we say desire, we have desires of so many things. Eating, walking here, going, everything is a part of desire. But that should be refined. And see, that one we call it pratyahara. Here we actually try to practice to avoid unwanted things to start with. See, when we go to the shop, for example, we buy so many things, half of which are unwanted. We don't use many a time. So, okay, then here is a training where we try to control those things, whatever is necessary, whatever is important. Yoga is one. Certain aspects of yoga, for example, body movement, asana, we do it in a particular style. Some people, they need to practice in a very gentle, simple way. According to the age, youngsters, they want to some rigorous thing. As we grow old, our body reflexes strength become less. The technique we practice is a very intense and rigorous practice. That is to burn our beastly energies, unwanted thing, and make the body more strong and resistant, but develop good resistance for all the extremities. So that is popularly known as practicing asanas in vinyasa. I have been made popular as an vinyasa teacher, Ashtanga teacher. Minimum strength should be there. If one has the minimum strength, one can do it comfortably. And of course, I cannot teach the rigorous practice, those who are above 60 years or those who have some body problem, defect. Those things are not. Generally speaking, normal people can do this one very well. Vinyasa here, when we do this asana in vinyasa, we don't blindly move the body. We have to regulate the body movement. We should regulate the breath, and we should focus. It has all these things. Ultimately, when we read that one, we should fix the mind. This is a continuous process while we practice vinyasa. But in other things, they directly go to the final position and try to develop it. My main goal as a yoga teacher is to help and support people to develop a balanced and calm mind. When we teach yoga, we say that you should learn to discriminate and you should have a discern mind. So this we tell, why do you want to do this one? Know what it is. If it is useful, do it. If it is not useful, don't make it a burden to you. So like that, This is how I try to approach and impress upon the students to develop a good practice. Yeah, that's very easy. If the student is very new, it's easy to teach a new student who has done anything, who hasn't done anything in yoga. Okay, because he listens to me first. But once you listen, I can easily teach. That's the reason. And you new students are really interesting to teach. See, Tantra is a technique, means a technique. And when we go to a higher level of yoga practice, most of the theoretical aspect we call it yoga. And to do those theoretical aspects, the practice we call it Tantra. Tantra, ultimate goal of Tantra is to have a balanced mind, oneness. Again, yoga means union, both are the same. So here the approach of yoga is rather more in a generalized way. Whereas in Tantra, we go with respect to the particular need and demand of the individual. Tantra is a technique. It's a very good technique. Highly rather, what I can say, very precious technique of practice. Unfortunately, Tantra has been misunderstood. The many words we have in our language, it is not easy to translate them to other languages. See, we say called Maithuna. Maithuna means union. So when we say union, generally there is a sexual union. At one certain point of life, certain situation, that union is necessary. Throughout the life, it is not. Is it not? So union here is, see, actually very clearly told. We have two places, energy places, active, which is very active, which are very active in our body. One we call the bottommost, called Mooladhara, and that is the base. Another is Sahasrara, that is the head, brain. So the energy in the lower level, that is always strong, dominating, diversifying like that. Whereas here it is a calm, stable like that. So what we call the energy in Mooladhara is Shakti, the feminine aspect of power. What we call energy in Sahasrara is Shiva. Shiva is balance, steady posture. So the practice here is to make this Shakti awaken, rise it up, take it through and join with Shiva who is in Sahasrara. That is union, that is Maithuna. Shiva is masculine energy, Shakti is feminine energy. When masculine and feminine energy join together, there is the evenness called, what in Tantra it is called samarasa, balance of the energies. Kundalini is the same thing, what I told, awakening the hidden Shakti and Mooladharana with the practice of what, first of all, we pure our body with pranayama. And there are 7 stages, stops, 7th is here. So it starts, we are awakening, we move that particular energy from the bottommost to the next, to the next, to the next, and finally. And this is the practice of Kundalini. Kundalini, see, here sex is not the external sex. It is the internal sex. We have these two powers inside our body. A union of these two, the masculine and feminine energy inside our body, that is called a union. So they are misrepresenting everything. Everything may represent, because the Maithuna, we don't have right or proper word in English. Okay, even fish we say one should eat, one should use fish. Meena for us it is one which moves. That's a breath. Okay, the 5 thing mamsa, one should eat mamsa. Mamsa means meat. Meat is not that it is firm, steady, that which is consumed. It's again all, see, entire practice, whether it is yoga or tantra or any other thing, they are, of course, for us it is an ordinary language. For others it is something secret language. You should know the subtle meaning of all these things.